friends! So today we are going to read the book Hyperspace High Space Plague by Zach Harrison. So we'll read 5 pages of the book and continue in the next part. So let's start. Chapter 1. A fat black octopus-like creature with red eyes and a drooling slit of a mouth tapped a tentacle on the desk impatiently. "Well, John Riley, do you know the answer or not?" it asked him, slobbering. John ran a hand through his messy mop of blonde hair, his forehead lined in concentration. He leaned forward in his morph seat and glanced around the bright classroom, desperately looking for a clue to the answer. In the seat next to him, a silver-haired girl from the planet Silar lifted her shoulders in a slug. Emmy Tars didn't know the answer either. Yes, Dr. Graal, John said eventually. The soil structure on planet Beskel is unusual because... Please stop mumbling and state the answer clearly so the whole class can hear, said the Gargon teacher. Blushing, John stammered an answer. "It's unusual because there's alien stuff in it." Dr. Graal glared at him. "That will do, Master Riley. It is quite obvious that you do not know the answer. It worries me to think how you will get marks. If, by some miracle, you pass, I suggest you may pay more attention next semester." Turning away, she continued, "Who can tell me what is unusual about the soil structure on planet Beskel?" "Oh, of course, Mordant Taliver." A few seats along from John, the half-gargone boy with black hair lowered one of the two long black tentacles that sprouted from his ribcage. "Every century, Beskel has a 10-year solar eclipse," he answered quickly. "Most plant life dies, producing layers of extremely rich dark soil. This creates an especially plentiful growing season once the eclipse has passed." "Excellent answer, Mordant," blubbered the teacher. "I am so glad someone has been paying attention." Mordant shot a short, sly glance at John. "Learning must be difficult when your brain isn't fully evolved," he whispered, loud enough for John to hear. Lights flickered across the small surface of silver sphere that floated at Mordant's shoulder. "How witty you are, young Master Taliver, and how right. The young earthling did not deserve to be in the same classroom as you," droned his constant companion, the Serve You droid, G-Vets. "Yeah, primitive life forms belong in zoos," Mordant muttered, sniggering. Furious, John opened his mouth to retort. A hand gripped his shoulder. Turning around quickly, he saw his friend Carl shake his head. A native of planet Daryl, Carl's green skin, sharp fangs, and leathery wings made him look like a demon. In his case, though looks were deceiving, Carl was a shy, clever student and put a good friend. As John watched, the Darylian put a finger to his lips. Blushing as even deeper red, John ground his teeth together. Carl was right. Getting into a fight with Mordant Taliver, especially in Dr. Graal's galactic geography class, was asking for trouble. The half-gargone boy was the teacher's favorite, and she was sure to take his side. As Mordant knew well, John would land himself a detention or worse if he took the bait. Beating back a retort, John turned back to face Dr. Graal instead, muttering, "Maybe I'd pay more attention in the class if you ever said interesting," under his breath. Fortunately, the Gargon teacher didn't hear the noise. She had lifted a metal box onto the desk with her tentacles and was busy unfastening the clips that secured its lid. "I have a very exciting model here," she said, "an important rock formation from the planet Zadaria that I found in a storage chamber at the Pan Galactic Geography Institute during the last school holiday. it hasn't been opened for a very long time. But if the label is correct, it should be a perfect example of how planet's changing weather systems affect its soil structure. Yeah, more soil, too much excitement, thought John. As he leaned back in his morph seat, it adjusted around his new position, hearing a sigh from the next desk. He glanced around. Amy rolled her navy blue eyes. John winked. Both of them hated galactic geography lessons. At the front of the class, Dr. Gral's eyes lit up as the lid of the box flipped open. "Oh, yes," she said, drooling over the soil. "It is a fine example. How absolutely wonderful." Two tentacles dipped into the box and pulled out a rock the size of a soccer ball. Wobbling forward, she slithered from one desk to the other, showing her exhibit to the students. Zladarian rock is. So, friends, we'll continue in the next part. Bye bye.